Hello and a warm welcome. You've joined us on Buy Now, Sell Now right here on ET Now. I'm Ashesha Advaryu, with me is Ankita Saxena, and this is a show where we take you through all the stocks which you have sent, all the queries that you keep sending them to us. We'll quickly have the number that will flash for you on your screens. You can send the name of the company that you wish to get answered, the quantity that you're holding, the buy price. But before that, let's have a look at how the markets are performing. And after a quiet session yesterday, Ankita, Nifty is again nearing that 25,200 mark.
Yes, hopefully, Ashesha, that we managed to cross the 25,200 levels. We're very close to it. In fact, right now we are hovering around the day's highest point. 25,170 is where we are perched at. But this is also where we break out of that very tight range that we have been trading within. In fact, we have been trading in the same range for the last two sessions, and now 25,200 would be a breakout from that range. Nifty Bank also currently at the day's highest point right now. It has turned absolutely flat right now with gains of 55 odd points, but 56,684 is where Nifty Bank is also perched at. Let's look at the sectors then. We have Nifty Energy. That's firing on all cylinders. In fact, that is up in a way, 0.7% with all its counters trading in the green, whether it is BPCL, whether it's Hind Petroleum, Oil India, IOC, JP Power. These are all trading with gains of 2.5+% or more than 3 odd percent. So all the counters for Nifty Energy are buzzing in trade. Nifty Auto is also in the fast lane today, trading with gains of 0.6%. TVS Motor, Hero Motor, Bajaj Auto, M&M, these are all trading upwards of 1 odd percent in trade. On the losing side, we have Nifty FMCG that is reeling under selling pressure with cuts of 0.3%. Nifty PSU Bank is also seeing a bit of a pressure coming there. Maharashtra, IOB, PSB, Bank of Baroda, all of these are trading with cuts of more than 0.5% right now. But let's talk about the broader markets. The broader markets have been outperforming the benchmark indices, but today, they are bucking their usual trend. They are actually underperforming the benchmark indices. If you can pull up the charts for mid cap and small cap indices, mid cap is trading in the green, has turned absolutely flat with marginal gains of 0.04%. Small caps are in the red. It's flip-flopping between the red and the green. Has turned red right now, but has turned absolutely flat. So it is underperforming the benchmark indices. Well, like I mentioned, Nifty Auto is in the fast lane. Hero Moto is the top Nifty gainer. We also have RIL that's really pulling up the index right now. Heavyweight Reliance, that's trading up 1.6% in trade, and that's really pulling up Nifty as well. Bajaj Auto, M&M, all these names are doing very well as far as top Nifty gainers are concerned. So Autopack is also aiding Nifty right now. But on the losing side, we have Shriram Finance, Geo Financials that are trading with cuts of almost 1% in trade. They're the top Nifty losers. We also have Tata Communications that is in focus today on the back of the key analyst meeting that they held, and Nuvama has maintained a buy call and they've raised the target price for Tata Communications. But it is declining in trade right now, so reeling under selling pressure with cuts of 0.8%. But beside that, Alcobev stocks are also in focus because Maharashtra has increased the excise duty. Specifically, United Spirits, that would be bearing the brunt of it because most of the 20 to 25% of their sales comes from the state of Maharashtra, and therefore United Spirits is a stock that is going to be in focus. So largely right now, Ashesha, like you mentioned, we are trying very hard to touch those 25,200 on the Nifty. Market breadth looks positive with advance decline ratio tilted in the favor of advances.
Well, absolutely in favor of advances, and Nifty nearing that 25,200 mark. But as I mentioned, this is a show where we discuss all your stock specific queries. So keep sending them to us. The WhatsApp number will flash for you on your screens. Mention the name of the company or the name of the stock that you're holding, the time horizon, your quantity, and we'll try to answer as many as we can over the course of the next 1 hour. And to help us with that, we are now joined by Mr. Rajesh Agarwal, Head of Research at AUM Capital. And on the technical side, we have Lakshmikant Shukla, Technical Analyst Institutional Research at Yes Securities. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here this morning on ET Now. And first question we have from Krishna, who has written to us from Hyderabad. He's having some shares of TVS Supply Chain. He says that he's sitting with a nearly 20% loss at the current market price. He's asking whether he should exit and shift into other companies or whether he should continue holding on to his position in TVS Supply Chain with a 6 to 12 month time frame. Looks like he's relatively long-term investor. So this question will be for you, Rajesh. TVS supply chain, and if at all it is a buy sell call, which will the other substitute be for TVS supply chain?
Good morning, Ashisha. Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Lakshmikant. As far as TVS supply chain is concerned, I think the fundamentals are very sound enough to hold for a long term. Company is doing very well. They're into logistics of TVS and all. I think it's just because of market condition and after the IPO, the kind of consolidation it has seen and it is still seeing. That is the reason it's languishing at this price. But we believe that in the next 1 year or so, if a decent price target would be around 160 odd rupees. So I would say hold at these levels. And if by any chance for any market condition or whatever it comes to around 120, 125 at those levels, one can even add.
That's the view coming in on TVS supply chain. But Lakshmikant, let me come to you for the technicals. Then this is Mayur Bhatia, who's writing from Shimla. He wants to know he's holding 120 shares of Adani Enterprises at an average rate of 1,300 rupees since 2021. He wants to know that if he should be keeping this for some more time or should he book out profits?
Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Ashish, and good morning, Rajesh ji. So now coming toward stock query regarding Adani Enterprises. So yesterday the stock has given ascending triangle breakout on the daily chart, and it has also reclaimed its 200 DMA levels. And in today's session, it is also hovering above its 200 DMA level. Is around the levels of 2560, and again we have found the good support in Adani Enterprises toward the levels of 2530. So I think till it hold this support, he can hold this stock, and once it taken out the levels of 2670 on the upside, then further upside move is possible in this stock. So R will be positive and he can hold this stock for the target of 2850 to 2900 on the upside. So till it hold up the levels of 2530, or will be positive, and we anticipating the target of 2900 in Adani Enterprises.
Okay, so we could see levels of 2,900. That's the technical view coming in on Adani Enterprises. But the next question is also for you, Lakshmikant. We have Debashish Nandi, who has written to us. He's having some shares of Garden Reach Shipbuilders. He bought them at an average price of 1,700 rupees per share. He's clearly stated that he is a short-term investor and he's asking whether he should continue holding on to this position for some more time. So what will your view be, Lakshmikant, on Garden Reach Shipbuilders?
After making the peak of around 3,532, we have seen profit booking in this stock. But if we look at the overall structure on the weekly time frame and monthly time frame, then we will be bullish in this stock. However, from last few days, it has been witnessing some sort of profit booking, but we think that as long as it hold up the levels of 2,870, we will be positive, and from where we could see some sort of rebound in Garden Reach. So I think he can hold with the stop loss of 2,870, and from there we could see some sort of pullback move, and once it taken out the levels of 33,450 on the upside, then further upside move will be possible in this stock toward the levels of 4,000.
All right, moving on then, coming to you, Rajesh. This is Himavati writing in. She says that she's bought Canara Bank 1,000 shares at a price of 1,800. She's bought this yesterday. She wants to hold this for the short-term period. I guess I think this will have to be taken by Lakshmikant because it's on the short term. She wants to know the target for Canara Bank 1,000 shares at a buying price of 1,850. What would be your target?
See, we have seen a consistent upside move in PSU banks for last few days, and still, if we look at the trend of Canara Bank, it's still trading on the upside in the bullish territory. So overall expectation is on the upside. I think immediate resistance stand near the levels of 120. On surpassing above it, it could head higher toward the levels of 128, 130. So if she has already bought it, then keep the stop loss of 113 on the downside. Can expect upside move toward the levels of 128 to 130 zone for the short term basis.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on a Canara Bank. We'll try and discuss many more stocks on the other side of the break. But before we do that, in a landmark development for India's energy transition, TrueAlt Bioenergy Limited, India's largest ethanol producer and one of the country's leading integrated biofuels companies, has officially been granted authorization as an oil marketing company. And leveraging its strengths in ethanol and compressed biogas or CNG, TrueAlt is now authorized to directly market clean fuels like ethanol and bio-CNG, along with retailing motor spirit and high-speed diesel across India, marking a strategic entry into the country's fuel retailing sector. That's all the time. We need to slip into a very short break where we'll discuss many more stocks on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Answer, keep sending in your queries on the number that's flashing on top of the screen. Your stock query, your buying price and your holding period, and we'll get your questions answered by our experts. Let's resume with all the queries then. Coming to you now, Rajesh. This is Jay, who's writing in from Mumbai. He's bought 1,000 shares of PCBL at a buying price of 475 for the long term. He wants to know if he can add more at the current levels.
If you have a time horizon of at least 12 to 18 months, it's a buy from our side. It's one of the largest company in carbon black, operating not only in domestic market but also international markets. And as we see vehicle sales going up, demand for tires is also going up, and that's a positive thing for companies like PCBL. They have acquired a chemical company. They have power of their own, and all the plants and extra power is sold to the grid. And that again is a positive thing for the company. Valuations are very attractive. Management is very solid. So we have a buy call on PCBL going ahead, but provided you have a time horizon of 12 to 18 months. Even the capex has been done. So everything goes in favor of PCBL.
The view coming in on PCBL, the outlook continues to remain very positive on the fundamental side. We have Vishal, who has written to us from Dubai, and Ankita, we have viewers from across the globe writing in. This viewer is from Dubai. His question is on two stocks. One is Praj Industries and other is Viatech Wabag. He's a long-term investor. He's asking whether it is the right time to accumulate Praj Industries. He's already holding about 180 odd shares, and Viatech Wabag, where he's already holding about 80 shares. So he wants to add on to his positions. Rajesh, what will your view be on Praj Industries and Viatech Wabag?
See, Praj is a very good play on ethanol, no doubt on that. But with crude ruling at around 65 to 70 odd dollars for such a large period of time, and going forward to with OPEC Plus increasing the output by 411,000 barrels going forward, I don't think ethanol stocks are going to do anything in the near future. So at least at this point of time, whatever you are holding, continue to hold. But for accumulating more, wait for some more correction, maybe 480, 490 odd levels would be a good levels to enter. Viatech Wabag, it's a good company, no doubt, not only in the domestic market, but in internationally it's doing well. Order book is good. The Namami Ganga project and the water cleaning projects are doing going well with the company. And at these valuation, I think it's highly undervalued. If somebody wishes to hold for a long period of time, one can accumulate Viatech Wabag.
All right, accumulate coming on Viatech Wabag. But let's come to you, Lakshmikant, then. This is Nikhil Sharma, who's writing from Mumbai. He's an intraday trader. And he wants to know, he's holding 100 shares of ITC Hotel at a price of 216 rupees, with the target predicted as 237. Now, he wants to know when would be the right time to exit the stock, or is it better to hold on for a further upside than the target that he's been predicting on ITC Hotels?
The ITC Hotel has been trending higher from last few weeks. It has been making higher tops and higher bottom. So overall structure seems to be on the bullish side till it hold of the levels of 205. So that would be the firm support which we are anticipating. If any retracement we will see in ITC Hotel, and as long as it hold this level, we could expect that this upside move will continue. I think that 235 to 240, I think would be the upside momentum which we can expect from the ITC Hotel in the upcoming sessions.
That's the view coming in on ITC Hotels. We got a technical view for this counter. We have another long-term investor who has written to us. He has not mentioned his name. He's holding about 40 shares of CAMS, bought at an average price of 2,505 rupees per share. He's asking whether he should sell them or continue to hold on to this position for a longer time horizon. Rajesh, what will your view be on CAMS?
See, the way things are moving into mutual fund industry, be it SIP, be it lump sum, it has been growing like anything. So companies like CAMS, Tech are going to do well, no doubt on that. These are platform companies and have good number of clients with them. Business is increasing, equity allotment is going up. So these things go well with companies like CAMS, Tech, or even BSC, CDSL. So these are long-term plays, and one can continue to hold. Forget about short-term movement in the stocks because due to market volatility, there might be upside or downside. But for long-term, these are good holds. Anything around 3,800, 3,700 good levels to enter. So it's a hold from a side.
Holds coming on CAMS, but Lakshmikant, let me come to you and let's see if you can take this one. This is Anita who's writing, and she says that she has 5 lakh rupees available to invest for the next 4 weeks. She wants you to suggest 3 stocks that should be worth looking at.
So, according to us, we have seen a positive upside move in Nifty Energy segment and the power segment. So, I would like to suggest 2 stocks from these 2 areas. First one is Tata Power. So, Tata Power has given a consolidation breakout on the upside, and still we could see upside momentum in this stock. So, I think she can buy this stock with the stop loss of 400 on the downside, and can expect upside move toward the levels of 445. Second stock which is looking good from the energy space, that is Coal India. So even we have seen upside move in this stock, and this stock has rebounded after making support near the levels of 385 to 389 zone. Now we are expecting upside move in this stock toward the levels of 430 to 440 zone with the stop loss of 385 on the downside. And third stock which is looking good from the PSU space, that is State Bank of India. So we expect a falling trend line breakout above the levels of 830. Once it crosses the levels of 830, then we could see upside momentum in this stock toward the levels of 875 to 880. And in SBI, one should keep the stop loss of 800 till it hold this level. We could anticipate this falling trend line breakout above the levels of 835, from where we could see the levels of 875 to 880. So I think these 3 stocks would be good enough for taking long recommendation, and we expect upside move in the upcoming 3 to 4 weeks.
Stock specific ideas coming in from Lakshmikant for a time horizon of 3 months, but we need to slip into a very short break on that note. We'll discuss many more queries on the other side of the break. Keep sending them to us.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाए.
He's holding some shares at I believe 2,300 rupees per share is the buy price, and the stock currently should come up for you on your screens. He's asking whether he should hold it for another 1 year or exit out from this position. The stock currently is at 2,200. He hasn't mentioned whether he's a long-term investor, but since he has mentioned his time horizon of 1 year, Rajesh, what will your view be on this stock, Cochin Shipyard?
If you have a time horizon of 1 year, continue to hold. Even if you can add on depths. The stock has run up quite a lot in the recent past after the Operation Sindoor and all. It was languishing around 1,300, 1,400 odd rupees, and now it's almost 2,200. That's 50% jump. But even though we feel that it still have a lot of scope going forward, provided you are looking for a long-term horizon. It's one of the best play in the Navy shipbuilding industry, catering to Indian Navy. They have made a agreement with DP World recently, for which they are looking at international books also. The order book right now is almost around 22,000 odd crore, which we believe that is going to be increased in the near future, as the management has said. They are expecting new orders. So, strong company with good order book. One can continue to hold and buy on depths.
All right, so continue. You can hold Cochin Shipyard and continue to buy on dips is the word coming in on Cochin Shipyard. But Lakshmikant, let me come to you. This one's from Cipla. This is Vivek Bhatia who's writing from Mumbai. He holds 30 shares of Cipla at an average buying price of 1,470 rupees. He wants to know your outlook for the next 3 months.
The outlook remains positive even for the 3 months, and I think one should hold this stock for the longer term perspective also, as this stock has found a strong base near the levels of 1,450 to 1,430 zone, and from there the stock has also given a consolidation breakout on the upside above the levels of 1,500, and then after in today's session it has also reclaimed its 200 DMA. So overall, these rationale are showing positive sentiment for this Cipla. I think it could surge higher toward the levels of 1,680 to 1,700 zone, with strong support which we have found near the levels of 1,450.
The view coming in on Cipla, but we also have a query that has come in on Lupin from the same sector. Mahendra, who is 83-year-old, he has written to us. He purchased about 50 shares of Lupin at an average price of 2024. He's asking for a medium-term view. So, Rajesh, what will your view be on Lupin?
So we are very bullish on this stock for a long period of time. We believe that if somebody holds for 2-3 years down the line, can set on good returns. But since the gentleman is looking for only 6 months, I think a decent target would be around 2,200 going forward. The numbers this quarter were not that exciting because of various other reasons, but the company is doing very well with new launches going forward, new ANDA filings and all. I think it's a good hold. Continue to hold.
Right. Moving on then, this one's for you, Rajesh. This person says that Ghosh Dada, who's writing from Delhi, says he's been a dear friend of yours and he knows you for a very long time. He sold some 20,000 shares for Zomato yesterday and booked huge profit on it. He wants to know, when does he buy this again?
Thank you, Ghosh Dada. As far as Zomato, that's eternal, is concerned, I'm not that bullish on this stock for investment purpose, I would say, because it gives the number is still not that exciting. They have reported very poor numbers in the last quarters or so, last 2 quarters, I would say, because of the expansion in the dark stores, which they did very aggressively in the last 2 quarters, and they're still expecting to do more aggressive dark store expansion in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities going forward. Q-commerce as it is facing stiff competition from the likes of Instamart or Zepto, or even Amazon is coming into it, Flipkart is coming into it, Reliance Retail is coming into q-commerce. So the competition has heated up. Now, yesterday we heard news that even Rapido is coming into food delivery. That's again a more competition going forward for companies like Eternal. So it's better to avoid as an investment in Eternal. But yes, there are trading opportunities. So if you have sold today, wait for some correction, re-enter and with a stop loss, and you can trade. But for investment, it's an avoid.
Okay, so avoid rating coming in on Eternal with an investment time horizon is also mentioned. And let's also get in some more queries then. We have Chandrasekhar, who has written to us from Chennai. He's holding some shares of Apollo Hospitals, in fact 200 shares at an average price of 7,150. He's asking whether he can accumulate another 200 shares at the current price level for a long-term time frame. Rajesh, what will your view be on the fundamentals on Apollo Hospital?
Very strong fundamentals, I would say. Yeah, the entire healthcare space is looking very exciting because of medical tourism, because of awareness about medical insurance after COVID and all. People are moving towards more Mediclaim, and this is a very positive thing for organized players like Apollo Hospital. Apollo is the one of the largest player with around 10,000 beds, doing very well. They are trying to reduce their debts. They have a lot of pharmacy business going forward. I think this is a very strong company if somebody wants to play in healthcare for a long-term horizon. And after this kind of correction, I think it's a good buy at these levels. Somebody looking for holding for 12 to 18 months can expect a target of 75, 7600.
All right, so that's Apollo Hospitals, bullish call coming in. But coming to you then, Lakshmikant, this is Prithvi Raj who's writing in. He wants to know your view on IDFC First Bank. He's holding 2,173 shares at a bank price of 85 rupees. What's the next move? Should he be holding it, and for how long can he be holding it? He wants to know the target, and also he wants your opinion on Union Bank. He's bought it at 138 rupees. Hold or sell?
First, I would like to talk about IDFC First Bank. This stock has given a strong breakout on 6th of June with the formation of tall bullish candle, reclaiming all its key important moving averages. But for last 3 days, some minor profit booking has been witnessed by this stock. But overall structure is on the bullish side. So till it hold of the levels of 65 on the downside, we expect that positive momentum will continue, and we could see a higher upside move toward the levels of 80 to 84 zone in the upcoming sessions. So overall structure is on the bullish side till it hold up the levels of 65. With this stop loss, he can continue to hold this stock. Now talking about Union Bank, so Union Bank has also given upside momentum for, and now it is hovering near its previous swing high of 160 to 158 zone. So even we expect that this could go higher toward the levels of 165 to 168 zone with the support of 148 on the downside.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on Union Bank. But after the slide that we have seen in United Spirits today, we have 3 queries that have come in, and all of them are long-term queries. They are holding shares. We have Rohit, who is a long-term investor. We have Satya, who has written to us, and Gautam from Mumbai has also written to us. They are asking for a view on United Spirits with a 12 to 18 month time frame. Rajesh, after the fall that we have seen today, especially after the excise duty hike in the state of Maharashtra, where brokerage houses believe that earnings could be impacted by about 8 to 9%, the stock is down 7.5% today. What will your view be on United Spirits?
See, if you are looking for a long-term time horizon, by long-term I mean that 12 to 18 months, these are buying opportunities. These are companies which have products which are price elastic. Even if the excise duty goes up, they are going to hike the prices and people are going to buy. There are no second thoughts on that. So there may be problems for 1 or 2 quarters because when they are going to take price hike, that would be a matter of time just. So these kind of falls should be taken as an opportunity to accumulate for long-term investor. Yes, there may be some amount of problem in the short term, next 1 or 2 quarters, but longer term horizon, if you look at numbers, the numbers have been good, volumes have been increasing, they have good brands with them. And not to forget, even if you consider them as a quasi FMCG play, they are trading at a huge discount to their peer group. So I think be it United Spirits, be it Radico, they are good buys for long term.
All right, let's take a quick breather before we get another set of questions answered. You stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short break.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, secured minimum.
Lakshmikant, this one's for you. This is Subramaniam, who's writing from Chennai. CIE Automotive, he's bought it at 535 rupees. Wants to know whether he should average it or book losses. He's running into losses. He wants to know if he should be booking losses or should he be averaging out.
You have asked about CIE information system or something else?
CIE Auto.
1 minute. So actually, I'm not able to get it on my chart. So
sure. Rajesh, would you be able to take this question? Rajesh, can you hear me? Okay, there seems to be some issue with Rajesh's audio. Let's okay, Lakshmikant, we'll stay with you in that case. Let me get you some other question then. This one's by Somshekhar from Bengaluru. He has Tata Motors 300 shares. He's bought it at 355. He wants your advice on Tata Motors and also on Divi's Lab at current price levels. Is it a good buy at current levels?
Yes, we seem that Tata Motor is on the verge of the breakout above the levels of 740 to 745 range. That would be the important hurdle for Tata Motor. We think that now, as it has made a strong base near the levels of 665, 670 to 660 zone, and from there it started making higher tops and higher bottom. So we expect that in the upcoming days it will break the key hurdle of 740 to 745 range, and then after we could see further upside move in Tata Motors toward the levels of 800 to 820. So at current levels it is a good buy. I think one should go long with the stop loss of 670 on the downside, and can expect upside move toward the levels of 820, which is our expected target. Now talking about Divi's Laboratory, so Divi's Laboratory has also seen upside move, and recently it has given rounding bottom breakout on the upside, and we expect that once it taken out previous swing high of 6,760 as a closing basis, then after it would continue this upside momentum toward the levels of 7,050 to 7,150 with the support which is coming around the levels of 6,540.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on Divi's Laboratories and Tata Motors. That's a buy coming in from Lakshmikant. But we have a question that has come in on Syngene International. We have Joshi, who has written to us from Tiruvananthapuram. And Rajesh, this question is for you. He is asking whether Syngene International is a good buy for the long term. So what will your view be on this company?
You said Syngene, yes?
Yes, Syngene International, correct.
Hello?
Rajesh, can you hear us?
Hello?
Okay, looks like we are not able to hear Rajesh, but let me come to you, Lakshmikant. Then in that case, we have a question that has come in from Bangalore, Padmasiva Rao. He is asking whether it is the right time to buy Bajaj Finance at the current price level. What will your advice be on Bajaj Finance?
Bajaj Finance has already given breakout from the levels of 9,200, and then after we have seen a significant amount of surge in this stock toward the levels of 9,800, and we expect that as it is still quoting above its all its key moving averages, so view will be positive. I think one should wait for the dip toward the levels of 9,000 to 9,000 to 9,100 zone, from where if any formation of reversal kind of pattern, then we expect pullback move in this stock, and once it taken out its recent swing high of 9,900, then it would resume its upside momentum toward the levels of 9,800 to 9,900 zone in the upcoming sessions. So overall will be positive, wait for a dip, and the buying levels which we are seeing near the zone of 9,000 to 9,100 zone.
All right, moving on then, this is Subramanian who's writing from Bangalore. New India Assurance, IPO allotment, 18 shares post 1:1 bonus after listing is currently holding 36 shares at 385 rupees. Currently at a loss, he's sitting at a loss. Would he wants to know, should he be averaging this further, or should he be exiting? And it can he switch this, and if so, then a recommendation there. Rajesh, can you hear us? Are you back? If you can take this question.
See, as far as New India Insurance Company is concerned, it's a very good stock in the general insurance space, doing very well. And with the recent news of hike in motor insurance premium, I think these kind of companies, be it New India Insurance or other general insurance companies, are doing well. Even valuation parameters, if you compare to other listed players, it's trading at a reasonable valuation, I would say. Consider a decent target of 225, 230 is quite possible in the next 1 year. So it's a buy from a side. Somebody holding can continue to hold.
Continue to hold. That's the view coming in on New India Assurance. But Rajesh, I was asking you a question on Syngene International before we snap the line. What will your view be for the long term, and what do fundamentals suggest for Syngene?
See, strong fundamentals. If you look at numbers quarter on quarter, it would be very disappointing because the numbers are not that great. But this kind of research companies take long period of time to show some numbers, and with the kind of product pipeline they have, with the I think this company is going to reward in a very good way going forward. So somebody willing to hold for long period of time, maybe 2 years down the line, it can show you around 20, 25, 30% from current market price. But it would be a very long, painful hold, I would say, but a good one. Company is very good. Continue to hold, but keep your time horizon a little bit longer.
Okay, Lakshmikant, let me come to you about this. This is Pallav who's writing in. He wants to know whether he should be holding or selling Asian Paints. He's bought Asian Paints at 2,300 rupees in 2021. He wants to know if he can hold it for the next 3 to 4 years. He's saying he's very anxious about its derating. So how should he look at this now?
See, this stock has been trending lower since last few months. However, it has got some respite near the levels of 2100, but overall view will be negative in this stock until we get any decisive breakthrough above the levels of 2500. So even if you look at the monthly chart, weekly chart, in all the chart, the stock has been making a lower tops and lower bottom, and if it breaches its recent support of 2100, then further downward move could be possible in this stock, which could push it lower toward the levels of 1900. So our will be negative until we see any decisive breakthrough of the levels of 2500. From our side, it should be avoid.
Rating coming in on Asian Paints, but the next question is also for you, Lakshmikant. We have Ramya who has written to us from Chennai. She is holding 550 shares of JM Financial, which were purchased at 132 rupees per share. She wants to exit out of this position and she's asking for the right price to exit. What will your view be on JM Financial?
See, JM Financial has given rounding bottom breakout of the levels of 117, and then after we have seen a significant amount of surge in the V-shaped kind of recovery. Now it is approaching toward its previous lifetime high of 168 to 165 zone. I think that would be the area from where he or she can book profit. That would be the strong hurdle for JM Financial in the upcoming sessions. So I think that would be the area where he or she could think to book profit.
All right, so that's the view coming in on JM Financials. But moving on then, Rajesh, coming to you. This is Rajesh who's writing in. He's holding 50 shares of IndusInd Bank, and he's sitting at a 20% loss. What should he be doing with this then? And there is, the news flow on IndusInd Bank just doesn't stop coming in, and this stock has been in pressure thereafter. So what would be your view going ahead, Rajesh?
See, it has become a risky bet, no doubt on that, because first when the news came out of derivatives losses, we thought that it was one-off and we thought it would be one-off. But then again, there were several news flows coming out, negative news flows, I would say, that came out. If you look at pure valuations are very attractive. It's trading below one price to book value. And that's an attractive valuation for a private sector bank. But with the kind of negative news flow, it becomes a risky bet. You never know what comes next. But the positive thing in the recent past has happened that RBI Governor Saab has said that the things are looking better in this. So if no new negative news comes out, this will be a good run up in this bank. But once again, I would like to reiterate that it is a risky bet. If you're not able to take that kind of risk, I would say switch to some other bank, HDFC or Kotak. That would be a risk-free kind of thing.
So IndusInd Bank will be a risky bet. That's the view coming in given the regulatory challenges the company has been facing. Rajesh and Lakshmikant, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now today and answering all our viewers' stock-specific queries. But that's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Don't go anywhere. Markets at noon will take all the market action forward. Stay tuned.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा।